Frederick Shala. The nation is being informed that His Excellency the President, Dr. VaMunangagwa, led the Zimbabwean delegation to the first Saudi Africa Summit hosted by the King of Saudi Arabia.
Hello guys, welcome back paMunangagwa TV. Pano patinokupai nhau dzakasiyana-siyana. Maupdates ezviro zvazvipo kumadzimari enyika nedzimwe nzvimbo dzakatikomberedza. Manherana wande nenhau yenda kubatirai panapa yechikonzero chakaita kuti VaMunangagwa vange vachienda kumusangano wavo wakaita kuSaudi Arabia. Guys, ndinoda kuti muzvionero pathis video amazonzwa zvamunofunga mucomment section. Asi kana chiri first time yako to be here, feel free to subscribe and listen. Zvinobetsera channel yangu ikure. Also turn on the notification bell kuti post upload zvinowana you will be
Cabinet received a report from the Minister of State for Presidential Affairs, Honorable Matuke, and would like to inform the nation that the government of Zimbabwe will be hosting a delegation from the office of His Royal Highness Sheikh Mohammed bin Maktoum, who is also the Vice President and Prime Minister of the United Arab Emirates and the ruler of Dubai. The delegation is coming under the auspices of an MOU focusing primarily on the improvement and development of government services, which was signed between the Republic of Zimbabwe and the UAE in February this year. A major part of the MOU is the Government Experience Exchange Program. Cabinet also received and adopted a report on the responsible mining audit as presented by the Minister of Mines and Mining Development, Honorable Jemu Soda. The nation is being informed that His Excellency the President, Dr. VaMunangagwa, launched a responsible mining audit on 11 May 2023 aimed at ensuring that all mining operations are conducted in compliance with the country's laws. The audit was conducted in 8 of the country's provinces, namely Mashonaland Central Province, Midlands Province, Masvingo Province, Manicaland Province, Matabeleland North Province, Matabeleland South Province, Mashonaland West and Mashonaland East Provinces. The audit managed to cover 422 mining locations in the 8 provinces. The nation is being informed that large-scale mines with at least 1,000 employees are to a large extent complying with the mining legislation, the environmental legislation, and Zimbabwe Revenue Authority. And in addition to that, there is also compliance in terms of energy, labor, and immigration legislation. There are, however, isolated cases where immigration laws are being violated. Regarding small-scale mines with a labor force of up to 200 employees, the audit established that most of them are not complying with other requirements. And the nation is informed that for the above challenges, some corrective action has been taken, including the imposition of fines, the confiscation of explosives, suspensions from operating licenses, cautions with instructions to regularize within a stipulated time frame. The responsible mining audit came up with a number of useful recommendations which the government of Zimbabwe is implementing, and that the Interministerial Committee should continue to develop other solutions. Cabinet also received a second update on the Harare Metropolitan Province Emergency Solid Waste Management Program as presented by the Minister of Environment, Climate and Wildlife, Honorable Mangaliso Ndlovu. The nation is informed that the Emergency Solid Waste Management Program is a response to the deplorable state of management in the Harare Metropolitan Province. Treasury released the first tranche of the 3 equal releases of $700,000 on the 23rd of October 2023, and as at 8 November 2023, a cumulative amount of 1,083 in terms of the total illegal dumps had been cleared, translating to 54% of the target. The main focus in the next 6 weeks will be to clear all the remaining dumps. The target is to clear the following waste dumps in terms of numerical order: 10 per day in Harare, 9 per day in Chikonzero, 2 per day in Epworth, and 2 per day in Rua. The nation is being informed that the government of Zimbabwe has directed CMED to assess all trucks, tippers, tractors, and compactors in the 4 local authorities that require repairs, with a view of cutting down the cost of hiring equipment. CMED has since identified the vehicles and will be incorporated in the existing fleet. The Environmental Management Authority has transferred finances to CMED for the repairs that should be completed within a week. Emma and the task force team has developed a schedule of solid waste collection in most communities, which will be implemented from 13 November 2023. The target is to collect solid waste at least once per week at each household. The nation is advised that CMED is in the process of opening access roads in informal and formal communities which are inaccessible for the collection of waste. All local authorities have been directed to ring-fence funds levied for waste collection, and the funds will be utilized for the purpose. The same local authorities have been further directed to ensure that each business premise has a bin and that the frontages of the premises are kept clean. On the Saudi Africa Summit, as presented by the Minister of Foreign Affairs and International Trade, Honorable Dr. Frederick Shala, the nation is being informed that His Excellency the President, Dr. VaMunangagwa, led the Zimbabwean delegation to the first Saudi Africa Summit hosted by the King of Saudi Arabia, His Highness Salman bin Al Saudi, from the 9th to the 12th of November 2023. A total of 54 African countries were represented, with 23 heads of state and at the same time at government level. The nation is being informed that several issues of mutual concern were discussed with respect to economic ties, food security, counter-terrorism, and combating extremism, humanitarian and health issues, and the cultural cooperation. More than 50 cooperation agreements in the fields of political, economic, and development were signed between Saudi Arabia and African countries. Saudi Arabia pledged $50 billion towards Africa's economic development over the next 7 years. The nation is further informed that His Excellency the President, Dr. VaMunangagwa, held meetings with the following: the President of the Republic of Mozambique, President Nyusi, the Minister of Investment, of Saudi Arabia and 10 Saudi companies interested in investing in Zimbabwe. The Minister of Foreign Affairs and International Trade, Dr. Frederick Shava, reported on the 3rd Intra-Africa Trade Fair held in Cairo, Egypt, from the 9th to the 15th of November 2023. The nation is informed that His Excellency the President, Dr. VaMunangagwa, led a delegation to the fair, whose objective was to create avenues to harness trade and investment opportunities through the Africa Continental Free Trade Area. Zimbabwe, Egypt, Botswana, Malawi, Benin, Chad, and 2 financial institutions, Afrexim Bank and Harare Integrated Industrial Platforms, signed the Export Agriculture for Food Security Initiative. Afrexim Bank is committing billions in order to boost production, processing, and the intra-African trade in agricultural products, and Zimbabwe is expected to benefit from the fund.